Thank you for joining me on my masterclass. Now, a number of my subscribers on the X platform, formerly known as Twitter, have asked me this question. You always talk about crypto, Pastor Reno. What about stocks? What stocks should we buy? And you know what? The thing about stocks is that you cannot just do stocks every day because indexing for stocks takes a bit longer and it's more, will I say, detailed than indexing for crypto. So crypto, the prices, you can actually do an indexing and then give a price prediction every day. But for stocks, you know what? I try to do that maybe about twice a week. Now, if I want to go into stocks, I will go into AI stocks. If I'm not, I will go into, that's what I'm into, AI stocks. Now, AI stands for artificial intelligence. A lot of people, especially in third world countries, they shied away from the stock market because of what happened last year. Last year was just a different year. Typically, the S&P 500, they have a compound annual growth rate of over 13%. We've got a 98-year history of the S&P 500. But what happened last year is that we had a combination of factors. We had the Russia invasion of Ukraine, which happened in February of 2022, and then it also led to the global supply chain crisis. And then we had inflation all over. Headline inflation in the United States, inflation got to about 11%. So all of these things, they all got together and they affected the stock market. So the S&P 500 dipped, about 19.4%. The Nasdaq even went, down deeper. They went down about 33%. But then the market has begun to correct itself. You saw that it didn't just affect the stock market, it also affected crypto. So you had a crypto like Bitcoin going from a high of about 64,000 and then crashing to about $20,000. But then all these things are to be expected, because if you understand how socio-economic and geopolitics affects the stock market and financial instruments, you're not going to be surprised about all of these things. So when Russia invaded, because one thing you got to understand is that about a quarter of the world's wheat and some other grain supplies come from Ukraine. And then some more come from Russia. Now, if these two countries are fighting, it's going to affect the world stock market and then the world's financial market, especially as Russia was cut out from the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications, which is called SWIFT. So now, having said that, you see that AI, if you look at particularly in the last quarter of 2022, AI shot up very well because you saw ChatGPT came, and then people who were not even conscious of the potentials of AI, they became very conscious of it, especially venture capitalists. And then a lot of AI stocks, it began to go up. And the future for AI is we're still just scratching at the surface. So if you want to buy stock, if you want to make money, and you have to understand, stocks are not like crypto, you got to buy them and hold them for the long term. The best stocks to buy are going to be AI, because AI is going to take out a lot of industries. Accounting is going to go. In the legal system, a lot of legal work is going to go. Paralegal in the legal system is going to go. We've got driverless trucks. They're going to go. In the United States right now, and in some parts of Europe, we have, like robots delivering, like FedEx and then courier and other, packages. So a lot of industries are going to go. A lot of industries are going to be wiped out. But then some industries are going to be helped by AI. So for example, if I want to buy shares, I'm going to buy NVIDIA shares. I'm going to buy NVIDIA stock. Now, the ticker for that is NVDA. So don't get confused. If you go on like an app and you want to buy the stock, the ticker, a ticker is just the identity that the stock is known by on the stock market. You're going to see it's called NVDA, but the company is called NVIDIA. Now, this is a company, they make circuit breakers, they make processors. They are in everything from your game console to your phone to your television to all kinds of electronic. And they've invested very heavily in AI to expand their manufacturing base. So I would invest in them. Currently they're trading at about $434. It does sound like a lot, but I'm telling you, if you invest, you're going to make your money, but you got to hold. It's a long-term thing. Another AI stock I will put my money in, I'm going to put my money in Intuitive Surgical. So the ticker for that is ISRG. Now, Intuitive Surgical, this is a company, I think they started in about 95, but then they are the front runner. They are the envelope pusher in the field of using AI for surgery. So what they do is like they develop robotic devices and artificial intelligence that will help doctors all around the world do surgery. So right now they have these kind of devices whereby a doctor can be in Kansas, or can be in Los Angeles, or can be in any part of the United States, and then with these devices he can actually perform surgery on somebody in Russia, in Africa, in Tanzania, in Cambodia, in South America. And so that is going to be big, it's going to be major. And so their stock price is currently right now selling about $301. I would invest in that. As a matter of fact, I've invested in that. I've already made money, and I know I'm still going to make money. So I will focus on AI stocks because they've got the greatest potential for the future. I'm going to focus on AI stock. And then obviously I'll add some value stock. Value stock could be something like Coca-Cola. I'll also add some blue chip stock. A blue chip stock will be something like Berkshire Hathaway. But my main focus is going to be with AI stock. And then also, when I've done that, because these are targeted, you're cherry picking in the stock markets. So when you're using like an app, like if you're in Nigeria, using an app like Bamboo, Chaka, Stripe. If you're in England or continental Europe, using an app like eToro, you're going to be cherry picking. But then also, I've still got my mutual fund, which is tied to the S&P 500. Now, although I think the S&P 500 is the best, index, but there are other index. You've got the Russell 2000, you've got the Wilshire 5000. So it doesn't matter. You can get a stock mutual fund that is linked to any of these. It's to protect yourself, because at the end of the day, like mutual funds, they have a very good CAGR. But for individual stocks, I will stick with NVIDIA, which the ticker is NVDA, and also with Intuitive Surgical, of which the ticker is ISRG. Now, if you watch this, I know some of you, it might be new terms for you, and you got questions arising from this. Put your questions in the comment section of this video. My staff are going to bring them to me, and I'll do my best to respond to each and every kind.